So, Counterside has finally been released globally as of last month, on the 27th to be precise. And since it's been occupying the attention spans of many, myself included, as I've been personally waiting for this game to be released for a little while now. When I see beautifully bodacious waifus ready to be collected, one cannot simply say no. Counterside, with its meager tenure being available online globally, has already well over 500,000 downloads and 59,000 reviews. It's clear everyone was very excited to try out this beauty. It's visually stunning and it breathes fresh air into the gacha market. So then it begs the question, is Counterside an overhyped gacha game, or is the hype warranted with it being a stellar game? But before we get into all of that, today's sponsor is EveryFarm. Ever wanted to just chill and relax with something a little bit more on the slow side? Something to calm you down after a hard day's work? Well, EveryFarm will do the trick, especially if you're into farming sims. EveryFarm is a free-to-play farming blockchain game on the Wemix platform, where you can build up your very own town, decorating it as you see fit. Run a bustling restaurant filled with the very ingredients you collected via your farm, and even meeting a plethora of cute and interesting characters along the way, ones that will undoubtedly need your assistance because, you know, running a farm is a daunting task after all. EveryFarm is a charming little game filled with interesting stories to unlock besides the obvious farming management and gathering. So well worth downloading and checking it out if you're interested in these kinds of games. So happy farming, guys! Now back to the video. Counterside is a live 2D side-scrolling RPG with stunning visuals and, in my personal opinion, a fantastic combat system. While the game can be automated, with skills being randomly used when available, you can, however, play it manually. But even if you're not playing it manually, I mean, just look at it for yourself. It's pure eye candy, and I am living for it. Anyway, let's go on to the story of Counterside a little bit. You're basically the new boss for a coffin company, and you play a robot named Machine Gap, or Machine GAP, but I'm gonna call him Machine Gap. Basically, we've gotta stop disasters from occurring and save the world. Now, there are more nuances and complexities to the story, but I mean, it's masked in spoilers, and I really don't want to give that away, especially if you do plan on playing this game. I'd like you to figure that stuff out yourself. Nevertheless, our company is on the verge of bankruptcy, so you've got to work hard to not only save the world, but get more waifus and husbandos, because people do not work for free in this world. Or any world for that matter. Now, moving on to the characters. The characters collected have several different classes, each with their own pros and cons. So it is ideal that you don't end up using all of the characters that use the same classes. I know that some of you might have the urge to have all of your favorite characters in your team, but do keep in mind what class they are. It's not going to be ideal for your success. There's a lot of planning in this game, so do not be led astray by bodacious melons. Moving on. Combat, as mentioned prior, can be automated, but manual input is also acceptable. But I guarantee you that you will be using the automated battle system at some point. There's just so much content to complete within this game, you'll need more hours in the day to complete everything if done manually. Granted, having a lot of options within the game is not a bad thing. And speaking about options, when upgrading your character, you can renegotiate their salary. I know that sounds awesome and weird, and it is. It's just that weird. When renegotiating the salary of a character, that is basically you upgrading it. Now, there are several ways to upgrade said character within this negotiation, some being an expensive option and others being less expensive. Something else to note when upgrading your character is that there is loyalty. Loyalty is an important feature for more reasons than one, as it will unlock information and or missions in regards to your husbando or waifu, which is important stuff, just like collecting a plethora of outfits for your characters. I mean, just look at all of the beautiful outfits that one can collect. So dignified, so elegant, and refreshing. Anyway, where was I? Yes, character upgrading. Besides negotiating one's salary, you can also limit break characters to raise their rank. You can also upgrade skills, collect new weapons and armor. There's just lots to get, and for the most part, collecting these items are easily found within game. However, I would like to mention that you can purchase some gear from the in-game store, but the gear that you can purchase there isn't the best within the game. So it's not really much to complain about, but it is something worthy of noting. Now, as mentioned prior, there are a lot of features, a lot of great features in my opinion. And to mention some, there's the main story, referred to as mainstream. There's also the supply operations, which give you materials for your characters. Simulations does much of the same as supply operations, as it gives you materials. There's also challenges to tackle, character case files, side story events. There's also several PvP types to play through. There is just so much. It's refreshing, it's great, it's amazing. And if all of that wasn't enough, there's even a housing indoor dorm system to watch your waifus and husbandos just, exist, just watching them as they walk around like a creepy stalker. Perfection. This game really has everything. So then it begs the question, is Counterside a game worth the hype? Yes, yes, and yes. I am in love with this game. It is fantastic. The combat system is enjoyable to sit through and watch. The story is interesting and funny at times, which is great. The character rates aren't that bad either. I mean, I play FGO. This game doesn't scare me. Counterside has a pity system, a decent one at that. FGO doesn't even have a pity system. The characters themselves are all 2D animated, which feels so good to watch through, and it truly makes the game feel a lot more alive than the still images. The game is altogether quite nice and really enjoyable to play through. I definitely recommend you try it out for yourself. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stick around for more mobile-related content. Wiggy out.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh.